To this point, we've talked about components and we've talked about modules, and never the two shall meet. You're a component or you're a module. Modules display in module positions on the website. Components display in the one component position that's available in the template. Wouldn't it be great, though, on occasion, every once in a while, you may wish to have a module displaying inside of an article. That would be a wonderful thing. For example, if you wanted to have random images on one page and have them displaying within an article, that would be a very interesting thing to do. In my case, what I'd like to do is I'd like to add a list of links to the Story Behind Two Trees page. And down here, I'd like to add the list of all the same links that are occurring over in the web links, but I want them to appear in the text of this article. One possibility would be that I just go ahead and type them in, but every time I add a new web link, I have to remember to update this particular page as well. So what I'd like to do instead is, I'd like to have a way, if I put in a new web link, it updates this article automatically. Wouldn't that be great? Then I don't have to remember to update links in two places. So one way I can do that is with the web links module. I can display all of my web links here within this article, and because they're pulling from the same part of the database, those web links will update automatically every time I add a new web link to the website. So to do this, let's hop into the back end of Joomla, and I'm going to show you the little magic behind how you can display a module in an article. That's through a plugin. Those are under Extensions, Plugin Manager, and there's a plugin right up here called Load Modules. If you click on this plugin, this comes with Joomla automatically, and it'll give you some information about it. Down here it says it loads module positions within an article, and the syntax is this little line of code right here. Load position, user 1. User 1 being the position, so we could substitute anything in there, and it would appear on our web page for our position. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that little bit of code and say Edit Copy. Over on the right side of the page, there are the basic options over here. This is the kind of output that comes with Load Modules. So by default, it's set to raw output, no wrapping, no divs going around it. Remember that raw output also means that the module title will not display. So we could go ahead and wrap this by a single div, that's the wrap by divs, and our module title should also display within the text. Let's see how that works. So I'm going to say Save and Close. Then I'm going to go set up my module by going to Extensions, Module Manager. I'm going to create a new module by clicking the New button. And here in the list, there is a Web Links module. And by hovering over it, you'll get a little tooltip that tells you that this module is displaying web links from a category defined in the web links component. So we'll go ahead and click that. And this gives us a page full of information. So we'll go ahead and give this a title, Our Partners. Then it's going to ask us for the position. And if I select one of the existing positions, that's fine, but it may pull in a whole bunch of other modules as well. Generally speaking, when I put a module inside of an article, I like to give it a new position. So I'm going to give this a position of links, because this, of course, is where my web links are going to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just type that in directly in the blank, rather than browsing for anything. Over on the right side of the screen, it'll ask us what category of web links would I like to display. Well, I want to display my partners' links. How many links would I like to display? I'm going to leave this set to 5 for the moment because I only have 4 links anyway. If they are to appear in a certain order or a certain direction, you can set all of that up. For my target window, I want them opening in a new window. And I can either choose to display or not display any descriptions associated with that web links category, whether I want to display the hits on the page, which I do not, whether I want to count how many times those web links have been clicked. I'm going to leave that set to no. So there's lots and lots of things that I can assign for my basic options. Down under the menu assignment, by default, just like all modules, this is set to display on every page of the website. However, there's only one page that has the links position, and that is the About page. So you could set this to display only on certain pages and then set it to display only on that About page. Or you can leave it exactly like this. Because there's only one page with this position on it, it will in fact only display on one page. I'm going to go ahead and hit Save and Close. And now I'm going to go to Content Article Manager, and I'm going to go to my The Story Behind Two Trees article. And inside of the article, I want to go down to just between the second to last and last paragraphs. I'm going to hit Return, and I'm going to enter my code by pasting in that code that I copied out earlier and changing the position from user 1 to links, which is the position that I set up in the module. I'm going to toggle my editor just to double check that the code is looking good around that. I don't need a span class of read-only plugin description, so I'm going to get rid of that. And I actually don't need the paragraph tag around load position either. Let me rearrange that, get rid of my /span. I don't need those breaks. So I just have the end of the paragraph /p, then I have my load position links, and then we start a new paragraph. And if I toggle the editor again, there it is on the page. I'm going to go ahead and say Save and Close. And now I'm going to refresh my About page. And here's my article. And now there, right in the middle of the article, are the same web links that we have in the web links portion of the website. If I add a new link to the web links in the Our Partners section, it's going to show up right here directly in our article, which is just going to save us a lot of time for maintenance, and it's going to save us having to remember that we have to actually go in here and add that every time we add a link to the website.